Right, kids, I'm bored, so I'm going to basically make a dice out of some bronze that I've had for some time, which is basically a long ass piece of bronze, 25mm in diameter. And back in the day, I made a judge's gavel using that bit of bronze just for shits and giggles, which I now use on my milling machine. But I'm gonna make a bit of, I still got a shitload of it left, like, so I'm gonna make a dice, start on the lathe. So I'm just turning down a bit of the bronze, and then I'm gonna put it in my milling machine to got two flats, but I don't know whether they're parallel to each other. So what I'm going to do is mill the top face so that it's perfectly parallel with the bottom face, and then use those two datums. Then it doesn't have to be super accurate. I'm not going for like high precision or anything here, but it needs to be square, each of the faces to each other. So I'm going to mill the first top off down to the depth of probably 17.5mm, just to give me a little bit of meat on the bone, and then do all the other flats for the other flats of the cube. And I got a DRO that I put on my milling machine a couple of weeks ago, so it'll just make life a little bit easier, making sure that I know where the cutting piece is in relation to the thing I'm trying to make. I've basically got a load of cutting collets, which I'm going to use, and then I've got loads of I say loads, some end mills. So I'm probably going to start with something a bit, probably a 14mm I'm going to use. And weirdly, the 14mm tool goes into the 12 collet. I need to take a 2.37mm of that face. So what I'm going to do is hit the Z axis. This is I'm going to engage that, fine tune. So basically bring it down until the cutting tip touches the piece. And then on here, zero the Z, so I know where the Z is. X or Y don't matter at the minute. It's only the Z I need to go around 2.37mm. I'm just gonna bring it up off the piece. And you see, as I do, it's raising the head. Bring that off. So move the Y. So when it cuts, I'm going to do a couple of cuts, and then I'm going to bring the cutting piece back down to 0, which is so from there then, when it's on 0, I need to go minus 2.37mm, and I'm going to do 1mm cut to start with. That'll do. It's 5 microns. All you haters out there that are proper machinists, you need to cut me some slack, because I'm not. Right, 2.37mm coming off. A little root potato chip. Sick. Shit. Yeah. Top of the piece. 0 the Z. Nice. Yeah. Tell you what, if you held down your hand and looked up at it, it looks completely and utterly on the piss. But it fucking measures perfectly on all flats. It must be the tooling marks that's just throwing your eye out. It just looks... I don't know, I'm convinced it's all on the piss. I don't know. It measures square, so I don't fucking know. Weird. What I'm going to do now is just take off the chamfer the edges. But it's not super accurate because I haven't got any angled pieces. So I'm just going to like touch off on a piece and then just drop it like 0.2 of a mil or whatever. Zero the Z. It'll do. Fucking hell, make sure I don't ever get a job in a fucking machine shop. Because I will fuck it all up. I cut the, I use an edge finder now, I've never used one. I bought one the other day. It's basically this wobbly tool, and you roll it up to the edge of the thing and it kicks when you're on your edge. So you can do that on both sides and then zero the whatchamacallit, the DRO, so you can then work out the centre of the piece. I've also got a load of parallels, so I'm going to raise it up so I can measure the back side of this face here, so I should be able to accurately work out where the centre of the piece is from the x-axis as well as the y, in theory, but I've never done it. I only watched a Blondie Hacks vid on YouTube, so pray for me. Right, what I'm going to try and do now is find the centre of that to drill the first centre hole for the 1 on the dice. So with the DRO, you basically, bear in mind I haven't done this before, so I might get fuck this up. So you bring your tool down to this wibbly thing, and what happens is as you move it into the piece, as soon as it finds the edge, it'll calm down and kick over. Just like that. So once you've got that, zero that's on the x-axis, zero the x, and then take it to the other side of the piece. Do the same again. So you should be able to see if they kick over in a sec. Like that. When I come up here, press the X, so that's the other side. Then I click off, and that's the coordinate now from where I am to the centre of the piece on the X axis. So basically do the same now on the Y. Might want to wind it down a bit. There you are, so as it touches it kicks over. So we'll zero the Y. Blink. And then on the Y, click the Y to say that's the other side. Click off, and that's the coordinate of the centre piece on the Y axis. So if I move that back, I should be slap bang. I know the thing's wobbling like a motherfucker, but that should be centre of the piece. So all I've got to do now, change the chuck, put a drill in, and then I put a centre pop at a certain depth to make the first number 1 in the vice, in the dice. I'll put a centre drill in the drill chuck, dice in the same position. Gonna zero this back to so sensitive this thing is. That'll do. Spot on. Visual check before I send it. Looks to be in the centre to me. And I reckon, what do you reckon, 1/2 mil depth? No, I gotta be deep in that. I'll go with mill. See what it looks like. Looks aight. Right, I'm gonna try and drill like the 3 on the dice now. So I drilled the centre hole, but obviously I now need to work out where the other 2 holes need to be without calculating it manually. So we got the chuck in the centre of the piece, so it's showing on the X and Y. Don't worry about the Z because that don't really matter for this. So I think there's a line function which is this, so line S and line step. So line L is along the line, and then the step is something slightly different, but I believe it's step that I need. Step of distance, I'm gonna have it as 6 mil. So I basically want the hole, the next hole, 6 mil at an angle of 45 degrees from the original centre hole that I've just drilled. So step size of 6, angle of 45 degrees. Number holes is 2 because it'll give the coordinates of the first hole that's already drilled. So I've got, I've obviously got that hole already. So that's the coordinates of number 1, which we know. And then if I move to hole number 2 and then move the carriage to 0 it, So that's the X. And then if I move the Z to 0 as well. Hard to do one hand, look at that, you know, amazing. And then if I bring the tool down, that's going to be where the next hole is drilled for the 3. So to me, I don't know, it looks about right, doesn't it? The Z is already 0, so I just need to go 1 mil depth on the Z, and we should be getting it. Boom. 1 mil depth, hole number 2. And you can see. But what I'm going to do is now use that as the datum for the next 2 holes at 6 mil at 45-degree angle. So that's absolute. Line step of say -6. See if that works. 45-degree angle. Was it going to be? It might be -45 now. No, let's go 45 and see where it takes us. 3 holes. Sanity check, let's see if it brings us to the... Sorry, should be on number 2 now. Zero, 0 there. Zero there, sanity check, boom. So if I roll up to hole 3, get that to 0. That's close enough. Sanity check. Looks about right to me. And then bring it down a mil. Lock in that micro adjuster. Let's just cut in down to 1 mil. Next is walking, which I don't like. And unlock the carriage. The bloody handles in the way. Was anyway. And there's hole number 3 drilled, which should be, yeah, it's pretty good, that, isn't it? I can impress myself. Days. Couple more. It's a head scratcher. This is working out what bloody hell you need to set the DRO to. It's easy though once you got it right. Pretty sweet, kids. Got a bit of finishing, polishing. Some of the chamfers I don't like, which I'll improve on. But not bad really. From well, something that just like this. How long does it take me? 2.5 hours. Gonna spend 2 minutes on fucking Amazon, can I?